Hello, Dread Knights. How are all of you doing on this Friday night? It's another Friday night, which can only mean one thing, another movie watch along. Tonight, we are going to be watching a 1987 film by the name of Masters of the Universe, which is basically a live-action He-Man movie. It's a live-action He-Man movie. He-Man is played by Dolph Lundgren, which is quite an interesting experience, to say the least. Courtney Cox is actually in this film. It's one of her earliest roles. And Frank Langella plays Skeletor, who probably steals the show for the most part in the film. This film has a Rotten Tomato score of 21% rotten, if I remember correctly. Yes, 21% rotten, 35% Metacritic, 5.4 out of 10 in IMDb. This is punishment for making me have to do that VTuber tier list. So last week we watched Howard the Duck. This week we're going to watch Masters of the Universe. Now, as with all movie watch-alongs, you must have the movie queued up on your end. So I cannot stream the movie. I can only stream my reactions to the movie. The movie's an hour and 46 minutes, in case you're wondering. It is available for free to watch on Tubi with commercials. It's available to watch for free on Pluto TV. It's available for free on the Roku channel. And it's also available on YouTube TV with a premium subscription. I will be watching a copy that does not have commercials. So if you watch on Tubi or Pluto TV, you are going to be in for a little bit of sync issues, perhaps, because I will be watching a non-commercial version of it, just to keep that in mind, okay? Because legally we can't stream the movies, right? We can only stream our reactions. That's how watch-alongs usually go in watch parties. So we're going to start at the 4-second mark in the movie, where the canon logo is just about to come together to say canon. So basically it'd be 1:45:31 if you want to exactly queue up. I'll give us to the count of 10. We're going to get into this one fast because it's an hour and 45 minutes. I have another commitment after this that I have to tend to, so my apologies that I'm really kind of rushing into it. So let's get into it, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. Alright, the Canon logo has come together. Canon, a movie company that was known for a lot of box office bombs, including the Robotech movie. Really didn't have too many hits. The Canon Group Inc. presents. This should be interesting. A Gollin and Globless production. Most of the Gollin and Globless productions tend to be not so great. In association with Edward R. Pressman, a Gary Goddard film. I'm not actually familiar with him. Dolph Lundgren, who actually for this movie role had not only an acting coach, but as well as a speech coach, because, you know, Dolph Lundgren's not from America. Alright, well, look at this. We're getting Castle Grayskull already. This is based loosely off the He-Man cartoon series. I don't remember this part of the movie. Look at that. So the Army of Darknesses wants to take over the Castle Grayskull, which is Skeletor, right? I will give them credit for the narration. It's pretty good. It kind of reminds me of the cartoon series. Masters of the Universe. Instead of calling it He-Man, they just called it Masters of the Universe. I don't understand that. I will say the music is going to make it sound very like, I don't know, Superman theme. You'll figure that the guy who did the Superman theme did it. John Cipher. Courtney Cox. I wonder if this was her first role. I think it might have been her first role ever. James Tolkien. See, when I see this intro, the only thing I can think of is Superman. I don't really think He-Man with this type of music. It's a very weird choice. Even the opening is very He-Man-esque, is it not? Or not He-Man-esque. I mean, we're watching He-Man, but like very Superman-esque. Meg Foster as Evil Lynn, she was very good at various different horror movies. I think most people remember her from They Live. Costume designer Julia Weiss. Associate producers, Evson Kolar, Michael Flynn. Film editor, Ann V. Costes, ACE. Visual effects produced by Richard Ellen. I mean, it's a cool theme. It's just way too reminiscent of Superman, for my personal opinion. William Stout. Director of photography, Hania Bear. Co-producer, Elliot Schick. Executive producer, Edward R. Pressman. Written by David Odell, who went on to not really have a famous career. Produced by Megan Golan and Yoram Gobless. Directed by Gary Goddard. So we know there's supposed to be some really epic movie right now just from that. And we get an automatically explosion So now we get treated to a scene here. Wow, look how far across the Grayskull is. I will say, to its credit, Masters of the Universe really tries to just be a live-action cartoon, which I don't know if it plays up to it very well. Okay, so we were treated to Skeletor with his staff. Like, it's very menacing, just the beginning of the musical score did a pretty good job of trying to heighten it up, that this is like an evil Skeletor, and then it's a sense of doom and dread, per se. That's a pretty decent wide shot, because it kind of gives you the scale of the set. Loud it up a little bit. Meg Foster was always a really great actress. Very, very underrated actress. He-Man's continuing to lead the Resistance. Why do they have Castle Grayskull already? That would have been nice if they had given a little foreshadowing to that particular. He wants him kneeling at his feet. Like, Meg Foster really does a good job. Look at that. Like, they're really making it Saturday morning cartoon. No, it's not ours. It's only his. It's Skeletor. You don't share with anybody. Yes, only his. Like, Meg Foster's already kind of confused. Evil Lynn, what a character she was, right? Someone speaking? Yes. It's her. I forgot what her name was. Is really her name just a sorceress? I mean, I'll give Frank Langella credit. He did a really good job as Skeletor, especially with all the lines he has to work with. It's just a weird camera angle right now, too. Like, it's a weird shot. Normally, you would kind of zoom in a little bit more. You wouldn't have, like, wide shot with him walking around like that. It just looks odd for cinematography camera. Like, that shot makes a little bit more sense with the 2 medium close-up. Somehow Skeletor is able to drain the sorceress's power from her. Well, remember, Skeletor is technically a sorcerer at this point in the lore. Okay, so they're going to activate something, apparently. It's a hologram? Oh, wow, he's giving a speech. Look at this. So Skeletor was a VTuber before VTubers apparently existed. That's funny. Look at that. That's actually decent special effects there. I will give credit. Like, there's a lot of Skeletor. We finally got a wide shot of He-Man with the sword there. Well, here's our introduction to He-Man. You can tell he's right in front of a green screen there. They're not even trying to hide that that's a green screen effect right there. Very poor green screen effect. Alright, another wide shot, because apparently this movie likes a lot of wide shots. So He-Man is going to make his way to Castle Grayskull. Looks like the Resistance, maybe they fell in terms of the army. Oh, there's a guy whose sword is impaled in them. Skeletor, I don't remember Skeletor having this many troops that just look like rip-off stormtroopers. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But I don't recall Skeletor having this big of an army. He usually had, like, mutants that were serving him. Okay, well, He-Man's gonna square up with though. You will notice that a lot of the action sequences in this movie feel very slow-paced, and there's a lot of cutaway shots. I wonder because if this movie was, like, PG-13, right? So, it had to be able to appeal to children. Alright, there we go. Ugh! Look at that, he's making, like, Rocky grunts right now. How do you wield a sword and then you're also wielding a gun at the same time? That's funny. Okay, so apparently his sword can deflect laser beams, because why not, right? Because a laser beam technically would be able to melt a sword, but we're gonna suspension and disbelief. I've been looking for you. Why does he sound like Rocky? Right? Anybody else notice that he sounds more like Rocky than does He-Man? Grayskull. Isn't that the guy that played in Family Ties? He looks like it. Okay. That's Man-at-Arms, for people who don't know. The guy that's dressed with the helmet that looks like he's a riot cop. Uh-oh. Who's that? Oh, this is going to be the most annoying character in the movie, by the way, so get used to seeing him quite a bit. Oh, look at this guy. Well, gratuitous butt shot there. What was her name as a character? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. Oh boy. Well, this is... Well, let him introduce himself to you. Grildor! He is your stereotypical small little elfish character that will be joining the group for the most of the movie. I mean, he is a good actor, though. I will give him that credit. Wow. They make friends too easily with people. So what is he doing? Is he a wizard of some sort? He's got like a technological staff, right? You see him? You gonna show him? Where are you gonna show him? This is very, very reminiscent of Star Wars in the shot. I feel like Masters of the Universe at times was trying to be like a Star Wars type of clone, with obviously He-Man involved. I guess at this point, like, it had been years since Return of the Jedi came out, so if you were trying to get like the same sci-fi crowd around, you would want to kind of go to the vibe of Star Wars type themes. This is definitely like very Star Wars-esque. Even like the set pieces, the costumes, even the costumes that He-Man's companions are wearing. The fact that they're shooting laser beams that are very similar to like the Stormtrooper rifles too. It clearly was very heavily inspired as from Star Wars in terms of like the theatrical style of it and special effects. Some decent medium close-ups here. Yes, why is Skeletor after you? We want to know. What invention? What are you talking about? What is that? Doesn't Skeletor have one of those already? I can't make another one, but there's two of them, right? Oh, it's the prototype. Well, you know what they say, show don't tell. So the movie's going to show us exactly what it is as opposed to telling us. It's the Cosmic Key. This is a great inventor, and the most he could think of for a name is the Cosmic Key. Couldn't call it like a dimensional rift device. No. Cosmic Key. Okay. So this is where this movie's going to start jumping the shark. This is going to be a big plot point. The whole Cosmic Key element to it. Yes, that is. I will admit, Dolph Lundgren's acting, although kind of static at parts, is not bad. It's decent. It's just the movie itself is a little worm. Well, he didn't know Teela. That's alright. Teela was her name. Trusting raceman. I don't know about that, buddy boy. Ah, so he's a key guy, basically? And who was it? It was probably Evelyn. Ah, it was Evelyn. Yep. Yep, it was Evelyn. So he got smitten with a lady and lowered his trust. Ah, man, story of my life, bro. To the sorcerers. Okay, so they're gonna go to this castle. Why? Okay, well, looks like Skeletor already located him. Alright, so what are they gonna do? A big battle? Look at that. There are troops at the door waiting for them. How are you gonna go? There's a different way? He has a secret passage. This guy fixed up everything. Good job, Gildor. Go. Move. I will say this is really like a Saturday morning plot, because it's really, like, light on it. Every scene is, like, right out of a Saturday morning cartoon. Come on, go. You don't like adventures? Well, you're going on one now, buddy boy. But you notice how everything very, very Star Wars-esque right now. Even, like, the staff that they're firing off is a beam. Phew! Big explosions. Secure the room. Everybody really hams up their role. So they knew what market they were trying to play to, the little children of this time period. Ooh, look at that guy. That guy's very angry. Did he find them, though? Probably not, because they snuck at the back. So are they really going to just travel all the way to Castle Grayskull? That looks like it'd be a long way. Wow, this guy's too loud. He's waiting for them. They're actually inside the castle. We didn't even get to see them travel to the castle. Did they use the Cosmic Key? We don't even know if they used the Cosmic Key. That's like a big plot hole right there. How long did it take them to get there? How did they get there? How were they able to break in so easily? Did Skeletor leave the door wide open just to lure them into a trap? Most likely, probably. I do like this, like, group shot where the camera is falling towards them. The only problem is, like, some of the characters are not positioned very well. So it's not as dynamic as it could be, but it's kind of a cool shot how it transitions into that. This shot, not so well. You know, it's just, it feels like the camera giving them way too much headroom there. This shot's not so bad. Good medium close-up. Danger. Yes. This is not going to be very great acting. Keep that in mind in certain scenes. Well, go do it. Yep. Come on, Grildor. Do your job. You're there to help them get in and get out. Oh, man. He's talking gibberish. Yeah, he's taking his power. Until Moonrise. Why can you withstand him till Moonrise? The Great Eye. So we have another plot point that just randomly got introduced. So what is He-Man gonna do? Why not just break her free right now? Well, too late. The budget stormtroopers are here, along with Evelyn. Well, He-Man, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to fight them off. I think there's way too many of them to be able to fight them off at this point. Yep, definitely Skeletor left the trap for them, obviously. I mean, if they wanted to get rid of He-Man right now, all they have to do is fire all their laser beams and the movie be over real quick, right? Well, Skeletor. I will admit, Skeletor's special effects in this movie are very good. Look at that skull makeup. For that time period, it was pretty decent. I just don't understand why he's looking up when he should be looking at the camera, because he should be staring at He-Man right now. You notice how they're, like, that just doesn't make sense. They should be staring at each other, and we should be having immediate close-ups of them looking at the camera off to the side. Bad camera shots. I don't understand why this was a shot choice. Like that, who's looking down at Skeletor? If I'm not mistaken, they're at a higher elevated platform, so that camera angle doesn't even make sense for that shot. See, that makes sense. That's a cool shot. I don't understand why he's not looking at the camera. Yes, I am Skeletor, right? His acting is over the top, but it works for a character like Skeletor. See, that makes sense because he's looking at him. But again, there's some disconnect with the shots. I feel like they could have framed it a lot better. Yeah, he has another key. See, there it made sense when he's looking at it. And then he looks up, kill him. Oh boy. He's really having up for the camera. He's playing up Skeletor very well, at least. I think his acting's probably the most that saves this movie for the most part. So we got another gratuitous Star Wars fight, where they're just firing laser beams at each other. Notice that's blue and red. Very similar to Star Wars-esque. This movie is trying too hard to be Star Wars when it really should have been more He-Man. Because everything so far just reminds me of Star Wars. Very little swords play, too. Okay. So the big plot of this movie, like the part that makes this whole jump the shark is about to come up. Just keep watching, guys. Alright. So there's the key. The key is being activated. Of course it's working. You're a scientist. You didn't know that? So they're going to open up like a portal, looks like. Well, you better do something quickly. Oh, look. It's like the very fabric of space and time is being distorted right now. Okay, good job, but get into the portal or something. Yeah, go. You don't know where it is, but go. Well, He-Man doesn't want to leave the sorcerers. Until moonrise, go. Well, that's a plot point. They're gonna have to come back to this castle to save her, so... You know, at least they're giving decent story beats for the film. Okay. Skeletor. That's an awkward shot, too. Just why would you have people framed like that, too? I think the biggest problem with this movie, from a cinematography standpoint, is just the way some of the characters are framed and some of the shot choices like that. That would have been better if, like, Skeletor was in the middle and the camera was following him. Oh, the key. It fell the key. You better grab that. If not, he's gonna have two keys. Alright, so they jumped into a portal. You better grab that key. Oh, good. He had another device to grab the key. They just missed it, because if not, that would have been the end of the movie, I suppose. So, where did He-Man go? And can Skeletor chase him, I wonder? Okay, that's why I say, some of the shots, it's just kind of weird why he's always looking up. Okay, see, that's a little bit better, because when he looks down. Okay. See, when she's stepping down from the staircase, it works. This is an awkward wide shot, too, because it's like, why would you have him walking through there? It's just weird framing, just throughout the movie. Like, I understand when he walks up this way, this shot kind of works, but, like, from where it starts, it doesn't make so much sense. Just because of how far the camera's pulled out. Alright. Where'd they get thrown into? Uh-oh. Well, they're all got thrown into somewhere. I don't know where. They're, like, in a different world now. Where could this world be? Where's this mysterious world? They're definitely not in Eternia anymore. And they're probably not in Kansas. God, I hope they're not in Kansas. He-Man's costume design's not necessarily so bad. It's more like Teela's costume. And particularly Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms costume looks completely plastic and not like an actual metal armor that would actually be used by him. Okay. They're definitely on set there. Look at that. That's a fakest boulder that I've ever seen in the background. Oh boy. Ew, gross. What is that? He has gills? Wildorf, yes. Sorry, I gotta get back to Eternia. Yeah, where are they? So you sent them to any planet without even knowing? That's kind of reckless, right? Why would you do that? So that's gonna be the plot point now. Keyman and the Masters of the Universe are lost in this strange world. But what strange world are they in? Okay, good. What Energizer switch? What happened to the key? Oh boy. And now they're trapped in the universe. Whatever universe it is. Huh. Well, they're about to square up with something. I don't know what. I will give credit. The musical score is pretty good, despite the fact that the obviously Master of the Universe theme sounds very Superman-like in nature. Special effects, some of them don't hold up very well for Ace. Man of Arms costume just don't do, man. Like, you could give him a metal costume, or at least make it look more metallic looking. And Tila's costume's not much better, either. It's a cow. Do they not have cows in their universe? He's gonna try to communicate with it? How's he gonna communicate with him? He-Man's costume, too, when you look at, like... I take back what I said about his costume. Look at his shoulder pads and look at his knee pads. That's not metal or gold. That's literally plastic, too. Man. They really didn't spend any money on the costume budget. Yeah. Wow, he said cracked troops. So cracked was an expression before it actually became on the internet, allegedly, from this movie. Okay. They synchronized their watches? Okay. Good journey. Okay. So they're gonna split up. Tila looks like she's a budget Metal Gear Solid character. She looks like female Snake. That's funny. Oh, god. The costumes. Why are you still talking to this cow? Okay, go look for it, Moo. He was not able to communicate with him whatsoever. So yes, here's the plot point. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe landed on Earth instead of Eternia. They're on Earth. This is Courtney Cox's character. So, He-Man completely jumped the shark. You would figure the whole movie would be based in Eternia and just having the story of He-Man fighting the forces of evil. No! For some reason, they wanted to do this movie where it jumps the shark and they go to planet Earth. And they're lost, and they get to interact with the Earthlings, as you'll see. And Skeletor obviously will come bring his ugly head eventually in the film. Oh, she's debating on breaking up with a guy named Kevin. You should treat guys with Kevin by the name of Kevin with a lot more respect, just saying. Most Kevins are very nice people, actually. Okay. She doesn't need me or my problems? Wow, this girl has self-confidence issues. What is she trying to make a decision? She wants to move away? Why does she want to move away? What happened to her folks? We're getting some foreshadowing right now. Wow, why does she want to get 3,000 miles away from the dude? Why? What did he do? Did he piss her off? Did he forget their date or something? Poor dude. Robbie's, ribs and chicken. I guess this is her final day at the office? Look at Kevin. Kevin seems like an okay dude. He's got a stereotypical leather jacket, shirt, music. Soundtrack. Oh, he's a musician. Oh, boy. Wow, he just guilted his girlfriend. She brought him dinner. Wow. Very, very nice. Yeah, pretty good girlfriend. She brought her boyfriend dinner. That's a plus, right? Why does she want to get away from him so much, though? He's hurt. Later fight. No. Decided what? This is breakup time for them? Poor dude. She's gonna say goodbye to her parents. Her parents are dead. Maybe she's trying to leave town because she misses her parents quite a lot. Everything hurts Tila. How did she get all the way there already? Pretty fast for a recon person. Who's she looking for? She heard something? Imagine you see somebody dressed like this in 1987. Oh, They found each other. Wow, that was fate, I suppose. Imagine, literally, imagine that you're walking around in, I guess 1987 would be the year, right? And you see these people dressed like this running around like a... You're gonna even think they're from some type of comic convention. And there weren't even comic conventions back then at this time period. Or you're gonna think like there's some type of freaks or there's some type of costume party, right? I was doing that before you were even born? Wow, Man-at-Arms got around apparently. Maybe we need to take lessons from Man-at-Arms as to how to woo women. What? They all showed up in the same spot? Is he still in the bucket of chicken? He's still in the bucket of chicken, because why not? Well, glad there's at least a survivor. Yeah, he's drinking the barbecue sauce. That's not... gross. Did he just bite the rib with the bone, too? Hi. Maybe you should share some of that food with them. Holding out? Yeah, I guess so. Just in time, I suppose. Why do we need this scene to extend this long, I suppose? Wait, aren't they supposed to be doing recon? Instead, they're eating fried chicken and ribs? Good food, well. It's good food until their heart gets clogged from all the calories. Little white sticks. Rib bones. So he knows about this stuff. Why are you disgusted? Yeah, it used to be an animal. That's chicken. Are they vegetarians or something? Barbaric world. Never think while you're hungry. That's a good line. Who knew that people in Eternia were vegetarians? Who knew? Is he gonna eat the rest of the chicken? Is he gonna pick the chicken up and walk with it too? It tasted good. That's all you need to know. That's how you convert a vegetarian. You just tell them it tasted good, right? That's what you do. Okay. So they're at the graveyard. Oh, we're gonna get foreshadowing as to why they died. 1986 they were? But the movie was made in 87. Okay, well, a year ago, right? According to the plot. The plane crash. Oh, they died in a plane crash. What's... They don't understand. They're supposed to go to the beach, and what happened? Oh, she blew him off for the boyfriend. Oh, and they got in a plane and they crashed. Is that why she's trying to get away from the boyfriend now? Because she feels like it was his fault? For the parents' death because she blew off her parents? So he's getting punished for her, the consequences of her actions? Man. Why couldn't she just go to therapy to work out these issues? It would have made a lot more sense. She wishes she could go back in time, probably. You can't, yeah? Oh. Well, so much for them. Right? He's trying to be a comforting boyfriend. What's that sound? Oh, no, it's the cosmic key. Well, that's a convenient plot device, is it not? Oh, boy. Why is she so excited about it? People that would see a weird device like this would not be that excited in real life. They'd be, if anything, confused. Uh-oh. They activated something. That's not good. Japanese synthesizers. Dude, what makes you think it's that? Oh, boy. Well, it's playing musical keys, but it's not actually a musical instrument. Oh, boy. What caretaker? So they're gonna do Finders Keepers, Losers Weepers? Uh-oh. Meanwhile, back at Skeletor's castle. Technically Castle Grayskull, but... Oh, they got the key coordinates already. Well, convenient plot device right here. Uh-oh. What's Skeletor gonna do? Blocking the source, and they're gonna open a doorway. Well, he's giving the key to Evil Lyn. Could be a trap. That's a good point by Skeletor. Advanced group. Mercenaries. Well, that's smart. Why send yourself in when you can send some flunkies? Classic evil villain line. And He-Man is still running around in the dark. He's the only one that went off in a separate area from the group. Oh no, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna stumble upon these people? It looks like it. Could it be another convenient plot point coming up pretty soon? I think so. What is this? Around the World Fantasy. Oh, look at that sound. At least he's good at that. Whoa, look at that old school freaking keyboard. I want to say it's a Yamaha, but it's not a Yamaha because it's got roads as it. Fun fact, when you want to do a mic check, actually in real life, you don't go mic check 1 2 1, mic check 1 2. You usually talk in long paragraphs or sentences to actually check the audio quality correctly. So that mic check 1 2 thing that you see done in the movies, that's kind of bullshit. People don't really do it. I kind of do it sometimes when I'm testing a microphone, but it's better to actually test your microphone by talking full sentences. Uh-oh, he activated the key, you know what's gonna happen. Skeletor said the next time that the key activated that they're gonna lock it in the coordinates. Look at that dude! Budget stormtrooper tracking the coordinates. Why are all of them bold too? Time is of the essence, I suppose, for Skeletor. Excuse me, sorry. I had to sneeze. Uh-oh, Skeletor's not happy. There's a lot of awkward shots. Like, the framing is really what's killing me right now. Like, why does Skeletor always have to look off on the left side? Okay, see, that makes more sense, because you look at Skeletor from the right. Ooh. Budget Predator right there, man. The Beastman, one of the only characters that's actually from the He-Man cartoon and comics. That one was, if I remember correctly, also. A Curious Quartet. I don't understand why they chose this shot. This is such a bad frame. That, and then they cut a good scene right there, where he walks into the shot there. That's actually a really good camera angle. But then you have her standing like that, it just doesn't make sense. That's a really good shot. It's funny how sometimes they'll have a good shot, and then they'll have terrible framing shots like this, then. Like, it's bold what they were trying, but it's not good. Look at this. So they're still messing around with this. Who's Charlie? So what's Courtney gonna do? Or technically, what's her name? I even forgot her. Who wants to spend some time alone? Say goodbye. She's not gonna be there for graduation. She's skipping town even before that, Julie. Yeah. No. If you go to Charlie's now, something bad could potentially happen to her. Don't let anybody in besides Carl. Poor her. Never split up in movies. It's not a good idea, usually. Split focus on her character. That's a thing about cameras when you use them. Like, if you have somebody who's close up, the camera's going to split the focus. So you're going to get this person in focus, and then the background's going to look very foggy and not in focus. That's what it's a camera technique often used. Because you have to sometimes split the focus. Uh-oh. Well, there's Skeletor's budget stormtroopers and that guy that looks like he's cosplaying. Now, if you see something like them coming up to you, would you take them seriously? Or would you actually think, oh my god, Beastman, why do you walk into a shot like that? Why are they jumping into the shot like that and just like... That's not how you do recon in real life. It's just so silly, some of the things they do in here. Oh. That's obviously not Carl. You should probably be going in the opposite direction. Man, they couldn't even do good special effects for poor Beastman. Oh boy. What are they gonna do? They're gonna attack... Oh no, that poor janitor! Poor janitor, man. Oh, well, he just got knocked out. I hope he didn't get killed. Did they knock him out and throw him in the closet? No, they knocked him out and threw him in the auditorium. Oh my goodness. Well, that dude is dead. Leave him alone. I think it's a little too late for that. Budget Predator's gonna square up on her. Oh man. This is bad for her. What's she gonna do? There's nobody to help you at this point. Take her alive. She might know where the key is. Notice how the other guy's got, like, Captain Hook hands? Has he got 2 Captain Hook hands? He does. Oh my goodness, that's so silly. Why would you have 2 Captain Hook hands? How are you a mercenary with 2 Captain Hook hands? Uh-oh, Beastman. Beastman being budget werewolf right now. Oh, look at that! Hook hands! Hook hands may be actually doing something. Oh, she's a fighter, though. She's hiding. Very well, running away. Uh-oh. Are they gonna do stereotypical guy that shoots the sword down? Yep, he's gonna start stabbing the ground. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh-oh. It would have been kind of cooler if he just kept stabbing at random locations. Missed opportunity. Oh, Beastman got ammonia in the face. Shouldn't he be, like, dead from that? Oh, man. He should be burning to death. Oh. Convenient plot device. Stay by the door. Poor Beastman. You move, you animal. Why is this dude actually the smallest one, you know, directing traffic, so to speak? Shouldn't he be doing more work, too? Wow, the whole auditorium's on fire. They're gonna think that the boyfriend probably had something to do with it. Meanwhile, He-Man. Oh, man. Convenient plot device yet again. He-Man running in the suburban neighborhood for this run into Julie. If you saw like He-Man running around like that, wouldn't you think something's weird about him? Right? Like, just 1987, a dude running around like that? We'd be like, oh, you're here for the He-Man cosplay too? That's so cool. Oh, boy. That's the one thing of the movie. It's really like a Saturday morning cartoon in a way. Just how convenient plot point after convenient plot point. Man, his hair is not very good in the costume from the up-close shot, too. Oh, boy. This is a movie where you had to be like 5 to like it. Really. But it has decent pacing. It's one action scene for another one. It's alright. It's okay. I am Drago. I will break you. Oh, wait. Wrong movie. That wasn't until after this year, if I remember correctly. That wasn't until Rocky 4. It was before Rocky 4, if I remember correctly. Okay. He-Man just picked her up. He-Man got some swag. Like, hey there, pretty brunette. Let me just pick you up with my big muscular muscles and save the day. Look at that. She even kind of gave him a look like, He-Man being big and strong. What's He-Man going to do, though, against this whole group of people? It's only one against how many? 4 plus a couple soldiers? What did he give her? He gave her a gun. She don't know how to use a gun, right? Maybe? Perhaps? Budget space pirate looking for him. Alright. And budget predator. You're gonna be like, why I keep calling him budget predator? Watch. It's like this movie had to rip off a lot of our movies to try to make it entertaining. Look, budget stormtroopers again. Walking into shots. What's he gonna do? Well, the oldest trick in the book. Are they gonna fall for it? They are. Well, he got shot. Or not shot, stabbed. That one got shot. Poor He-Man. You think He-Man's gonna be able to take them all out? Yep, got him. He-Man would be the first person to shoot. The budget predator. It's time for the budget predator. Square up. Oh, she shot budget predator. Is that it for budget predator? Oh, finally, Beastman. Go do something, Beastman. You have to get revenge for getting ammonia in the face, right? You have the gun. Shouldn't you fire it again? No, you're just gonna let He-Man do all the work? Okay, fine. God damn it, Julie. You could have contributed a little bit more. Uh-oh, budget pirate. We're gonna get his first sword battle. Watch how the sword action is in super slow motion. Why is He-Man always waving the sword so slow? Right? It feels like you're watching the movie on slow motion right now with the sword action. Like, and the other thing is, because these guys are really not good with their sword choreography, what they're doing is they're constantly cutting away to make it look like it's actual cool sword battle. In reality, it's not. It's just like, if it was me and another person. There we go, Budget Predator with the nails. Budget Predator was trying to stab him with the nails. That was funny. Grab the sword. Grab the sword. Oh, convenient plot play here. Again, another convenient plot device. Tila and Man-at-Arms just happened to walk into this area. How did they know? They were looking for He-Man, or they just happened to walk in this area? They're gonna have to retreat. Just like a Saturday morning cartoon. He-Man rescued the girl, and his companions came to save the day. Follow them. It's 2 of them against a whole army, He-Man. Is that actually really wise? And how did his hair... You notice he's got, like, some ash on his face already? How? How did he get the ash? It doesn't even make any sense. He needs your help. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Is that Grateful Dead? No, that's not Grateful Dead. That's, Oh, my God. What's that band's name again? It evades me right now. AC/DC, I want to say? I could be wrong. So that's Charlie. Typical record store. This is something we don't have anymore. People used to go to these places to buy vinyl records. You didn't actually go to buy vinyls on the internet. It's amazing how vinyls are coming back. Okay. Let me check something real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I want to make sure that my desktop audio is muted, because if that song plays, we'd get in trouble. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, look at his style, this dude. He's got stereotypical 80s glasses, and then he's wearing that hat that usually would be used in BDSM these days. Okay. So press it. Uh-oh. Something's opening up again. That's not good. Well, Far Out. Did anybody say Far Out in the 80s? I don't think so. It's more like a 60s term. Yeah. Is he trying to sell that to Charlie? Come back here. What do you want? Oh, he's trying to sell it. No? Okay, so why did you bring it to Charlie if you know that Charlie was just going to want to buy it? So you was hoping he knew something about it. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Are you not going to pay attention to the sirens, bro? There's a whole bunch of sirens going off in the background. Yeah. For once, there's sirens and something new. Yeah, you better keep an eye on them. Yep, and they're convenient. You notice how the movie, it's one convenient plot device after another? How does this dude have a police report radio? Uh-oh. Isn't that where his music show was? That's the high school. Yes, well, you better go and run. You left your girlfriend unattended, bro. Just to talk to your bandmate. Well, he's interrogating her at this point. This is a weird wide shot, too. Okay, this makes sense when you transition into the shot. Okay. Where is it? He is in terrible danger. How are you gonna find Kevin now? And he's gonna think Julie's dead after this, right? So they're probably gonna be star-crossed lovers waiting. All of this happened on the night where Julie's supposed to leave, too. That's the ironic part. Distraught boyfriend coming up. All his equipment's destroyed, obviously, in the fire. Where's his girlfriend? Why are you hitting things? Why not axe? What happened? Poor dude. Carl. Yeah, what happened to Carl? You don't never want to know. Isn't that a double negative? Where's Julie? Where's Julie? We got an hour and 5 minutes left in this movie. Ironically, the movie goes by pretty quickly, though, so that's a plus. Oh! Hey, look! It's the principal from Back to the Future! And Back to the Future 2! Also, I think Back to the Future 3, right? Yeah. So, he's always playing either a principal or a stereotypical cop. He's gonna be a big character in this movie. Yeah, where'd you find it? Where you think we're from? He's always playing the same tough guy, bold character. So funny. I have to say, I know your type. They're delinquents. Oh, why are you sassing a cop? That's how you get in trouble, and then they think you had something to do with it. Wow, remember when cops actually took notes to try to figure things out? Well, he has to write so he knows a description. Why is he gonna arrest him for what? Because he sassed the cop? Oh, boy. So, why is he taking him into police custody? Isn't that against jurisdiction? Don't you have to, like, read somebody the Miranda rights before you do something of that nature, I suppose? He might have broken police protocol there, if I'm not mistaken. You can't just take somebody. You have to actually arrest them and give them, or at least Miranda rights of some sort. Okay. Man-at-Arms, who doesn't really have a lot of weapons that he actually uses. How does that make any sense? Oh, she's trying to play wingman for He-Man. He's like, not as much luck as you. That was clearly in reference to the cute girl he found, right? Who knew He-Man had so much swag? Uh-oh, what's this? What the hell? Is that our He-Man villain? Oh no, it's Gildor. He's got a car. How did he fight a Cadillac? He turned the car into something else? That's kind of cool. Well, he is a scientist, right? A scientist, excuse me. He fixed it. Okay, great. What does it run on? What does that even mean, man? The audience would know. Okay. So it doesn't run on carbon emissions, that's what we know. Is this gonna be a ripoff of Back to the Future? Back to the Future ripoff, too. This movie ripped off everything from the 80s, right? Uh-oh. Is he seducing Evelyn, or is he threatening her up close and personal? Why can't we have a medium close-up of him doing the same thing to her? Why does it have to be a wide shot? Why do we need to see this? Why does it have to transition, move into them close-up? I don't understand that as a choice. Just stylistic-wise, it didn't make any sense. Yeah, well, she was like, hey, He-Man has to be destroyed. Yeah, he does. No. You have to kill him. You can't break He-Man. He's He-Man. Come on, Skeletor. Cartoon Skeletor would have been like, remember! He-Man is bad! We must kill him! That was probably my worst Skeletor impression, but I could probably do better. I'm not nice! I'm not a voice actor. Get over it. We all know that. Uh-oh. He's gonna be angry! Oh, he doesn't have two hook hands. He has one. Okay. Oh, boy. Who's gonna die for this? Is that all? You fought with He-Man and you ran away. How are you outnumbered by 3 Eternians? A larger first. Yes, He-Man is free. Skeletor's gonna punish them, right? Who's gonna die? He's gotta kill one of them, right? So who's gonna perish, right? Because if I'm Skeletor and you came back to me empty-handed and He-Man's still alive, I'm gonna kill you. What is the penalty? Uh-oh. He's not in a giving vein. That's a good line. Oh, Budget Predator's gotta get it. Oh, well. 07 Budget Predator. We barely knew you. You were a bad character anyway. You shouldn't have been in the movie. Beastman is smart. Oh, man. Skeletor was not happy with that. Don't try to risk Skeletor. Oh, boy. Why is the guy who's the pirate not kneeling? Evelyn's saving him? Oh, man. Evelyn's gotta go with them? Oh, boy. Well, now you've been offered. Oh, man. Skeletor's like, pipe up. God damn, Skeletor, man. Maybe she was just trying to help you, bro. Oh, boy. Skeletor's... Why don't you get off the throne and do something, Skeletor? I mean, I know you gotta keep an eye on the sorceress. Evelyn's pissed. Well, they're gonna go give chase to He-Man and the crew. Meanwhile, cop buddy drama is happening right now. That is the fakest looking house that I've ever seen. That is definitely on set. The house was sold, too. To scare off the burglars. Who leaves their house lights on to scare off the burglars? That doesn't make a whole bunch of sense to me, personally. Go inside? Not so fast. Yeah, the cop should have went in first, right? Uh-oh, she's trying to call somebody. Who's she gonna call? Oh, there's a telephone. Julie! Uh-oh. Why is he covering for Julie? Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Why is she talking randomly like that? Uh-oh. The cop's not gonna trust him. Don't do anything with it? Oh, boy. Stay there. Is that a good idea? I don't know. And she's starting to care a bit more about the... Uh-oh, too late. They hung up. He's gonna go into police custody. Just afraid of Julie's? He's not gonna trust her, right? Ah, see, the cop's not dumb. He's smart. He's automatically knows what's going on. What is it? Synthesizer. He's gonna think it's a weapon, probably, right? Why does he push buttons? Oh, boy. Why is the cop so... Oh, boy. Well, I take back his intelligence. Uh-oh. He's gonna draw a conclusion that's not there. You don't think it is? So what do you think it is, then, instead? Alright. Cut away to Skeletor land, right? How did they get the troops back there so quickly, I wonder? Well, they had the cosmic key, right? I don't... Again, some of the framing in this movie just doesn't work for me. Like, why is the shot like that? this shot a little bit better than walking into it, but you could have shifted the camera a little bit more. I don't know, it's just odd shots list that they chose for this film. Okay. So she's scanning something, what'd she find? Yep, there was a leaky van. Ah, they tucked their tail behind their legs, yep. Evelyn's not seeing any of their bullshit. Literally seeing for their bullshit. Okay, good. Yeah, was it? Well, now that she knows they were lying, outnumbered. Yes, outclassed. We definitely agree. Man, Meg Foster's acting was always spot on, even if she doesn't have a lot of great lines to work with in the film. I don't understand why I had to cut away back to this particular group, though. Never made sense. Uh-oh. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. It's a laser-like shirt, so to speak. It's not a magician. How do you stop this? He wants to turn it off? Okay. The cop's mind is literally blown. He doesn't have any hair on his head to pull out right now. Yeah. So it's his instrument. He doesn't believe him. He's gonna heat up some chicken. You want some chicken? Give him some chicken. Uh-oh. The microwave jammed the signal? How's it possible? Like nothing. You know what? On top of looking like budget stormtroopers, they do kind of look like... Oh my god. What the hell? Why did they jam the microwave so that... Okay, that's random. How did they have the technology to do that? Man, Evil Lynn's costume's not very good looking too now I think about it. I was just observing it a little bit. Everything looks like cheap plastic and like cheap cloth. Okay, so he's gonna think he has everything is responsible to Kevin. Yeah, you found it. Yeah, so you stole it. Here it comes. He's gonna arrest him for stolen property. He's gonna steal that device and he's gonna take him down to the station too. Okay, and then you're gonna go to jail. I told you. I found it in the thing, right? In the cemetery. So he's gonna think he killed somebody and put him in the cemetery. Go ask Charlie, okay. Does he even know who Charlie is? Well, he can. He's a police. An APB on her? What about it? Oh, get it back? If. Oh boy. The cop just got himself into a world of trouble now because obviously Skeletor's forces are gonna go look for him. So that's the He-Man, well, the villain ship, and then the Cadillac. Burger King! Man, I wish I had some Burger King right now. We don't have any Burger Kings in this area. I actually prefer Burger King over... Okay. Well, Julie's house just got destroyed too. 07 Kevin, this is not gonna be good for him. Kevin literally is just throwing a paper rag at a big, ferocious beast man. How does that make any sense? Yeah, you're really going to be able to do something with a big rag, right? You threw a rag, get out of here. Okay. Well, he's going to be dealt with pretty easily. Oh, boy. Is he going to die? Oh. Evelyn saved him, sort of. What is she going to do? And she was getting ready to sell that house. Imagine you're the house owner that's going to move in after her. Oh, boy. Oh! He pulled out a knife on him. Went full on 80s here. And collar? What are you gonna do? Oh! That was close, right? Give him a nice collar. What is he gonna do with the collar? Uh-oh. Well, is this like a collar of truth or something? Her costume looks so bad, man. The pirate guy, too. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Oh, no, they're going to tear the place apart looking for the key that's not there. The cop is lucky that he left what he did. Uh-oh. And fake, you know, Captain Hook here, rummaging through things, looking for stuff. Uh-oh. What do you find? Local couple died in plane crash, so foreshadowing about the parents. Uh-oh, the girl in the photo. Uh-oh. What's she going to show him? She has a hologram device, too? Evelyn has all the cool gadgets. Why don't any of these villains have some of that stuff? Uh-oh. Notice his voice is synthesized too? Take it from him. Uh-oh. That's not gonna be good for the cop, you know that. The police van. Uh-oh. He has no idea. He would probably be at the police station. Maybe. Okay. So what's gonna happen to the boyfriend, though? Are they gonna take him as prisoner, you think? Most likely. That's a decent shot where she was kneeling and the camera moved up with her, and he walks into the shot. That's actually a pretty decent camera shot. Oh man, the up close shot on the hook though makes it look plastic. That did not help the hook hand at all. Oh my. Like for a movie that has a somewhat high budget, the special effects are very low effect. Oh boy. It's like some things I question some of the choices in this movie. Like they don't want to spend a lot of money on the costumes, but then they have the money to spend on that big ass ship or a Cadillac. Like why do we need a Cadillac in the movie? Why do we need that ship in the air? Like, why? The costumes needed more money for the special effects. I just don't get what they were spending their money on. As like a producer, why would you spend your money on stuff like that? You want to make the costumes look as believable as possible. I guess they were marketing this film to little kids, but still, they knew that parents were going to go see this. And some of the people, like, in 87 that were... I wasn't around when the He-Man cartoon series, to my recollection, came out. I think the first one, right? So, like... And here we go, convenient plot device. Where's Kevin? Yeah. You left your boyfriend. Uh-oh, he's got that device on him. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Whip that collar, and he's telling truth. If you were his girlfriend right now, what you would do is like, hey, are we going to have a long-term relationship here? Do you love me? Are you going to marry me? This was a perfect opportunity to ask those questions, but no, she doesn't ask it. It was a collar of truth. That was her one moment to find out how serious this dude was about her. Even though he did lie for her, for the cops, as well as tried to lie to Evil Lynn and her crew. Oh, ouch. Well, good job, Man-at-Arms. Maybe we should change his name to the Locksmith. Yes, truly. Uh-oh, he's gonna think that He-Man and them are... Why does this dude pick up a chair? Like, he picks up a chair against He-Man, but instead he has to pick up a rag against Beast-Man and throws a rag to tell him to get out? Come on, Kevin. That's just offensive to our dudes that are named Kevin, man. Yes, you have to trust her. These things. I can't lie, Kevin's acting's not so bad. Oh, look at him. Why is he dressed like that? He's trying to lighten the mood. I like how He-Man and his buddies could laugh at anything. Oh boy. Will work. Courtney Cox's acting is pretty good in this movie too. You could kind of see how she would go on to like star in Friends after this. Makes sense. There's a lot of headroom between Julie and Kevin though. Like, he's really, really tall. She's really, really short. Well, I guess it makes sense because women like, what, tall dudes, right? So, yes. You have to help He-Man. He's the masters of the universe. Alright, into the Cadillac again. You know, at least the movie goes quick. It knows to respect the viewer's time in terms of the scenes. So he's interrogating... What was his name again? Charlie, right? We're getting close to the climax of this film almost. Movie goes by quick. Only like 39 minutes left. Uh-oh. Well, they just happened to show up here? Right there? How did they know where to look for the key? Did I miss that? Yeah, the mountain does come to Mohammed. Look at them. All of them together. This poor cop. You have been looking for him all night. Oh, He-Man's trying to square up with him. You're gonna pull a gun on him? It's He-Man. He could just grab that gun from your hand. Blondie, okay. Yeah, the cop's not gonna back down here. He's a stereotypical cop. Uh-oh. Are you gonna believe him now? Probably not. There's not gonna be any time. There's gonna be a villain battle right now, right? Yeah. Just like in Saturday morning cartoons, we can't waste plot on talking. We have to get back to an action scene. Just keep the viewer interested. You better calculate them as fast as possible. How are you gonna be... You have no jurisdiction, cop. You really don't. Let me move. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look like I'm a little bit messed up my model here for a second, but I have to reposition myself sitting-wise. Alright. Let's get back into this movie. This really... interesting movie. No, I can't lie. It's not bad. It's a decent placing. It's not a perfect movie, though. Okay, that's a good shot. I don't understand why the people who are the camera guys in here see a reason to have their camera shots with this much headroom. In this day and age, if you gave people this much headroom for a shot, this would be considered bad. Like, we don't need to see all the budget stormtroopers here. Decent shot. Another thing I'm noticing with the director of this film is they like to pan in and pan out a lot, or zoom in and zoom out a lot. So I don't understand why they would do that. Like, why is there so much zooming in? Her walking and moving with that shot, like, I noticed the director really likes to do those type of shots. Which, it's okay for certain scenes, like with her walking out and into the shot like that, it's fine. But in other scenes, it just doesn't work very well, right? Because it's just, you know, I understand they're trying to say, like, if we were in the scene and our eyes are tracking everybody, but there's some shots where it just doesn't do the movie justice. Like here, why do we need to zoom in very closely to them and then have them walk into the shot there? And then have the camera moving then? He should just walk into the shot and should stay still. Like there, it's static. That shot makes sense compared to what they were doing in the shot before that. So Random Charlie is just playing the random nerd character now? Some kind of cult? Well, we were playing Cult of Lamb. Tomorrow, actually, we're going to be playing Cult of Lamb on the 9 a.m. Eastern. In case you enjoyed the movie, watch it and come back for that. Uh-oh, bunch of stormtroopers in action right now. We got our stereotypical Star Wars scene right now again. Like, it's so crazy how so much of this film feels more like Star Wars than it does He-Man. Because, like, He-Man has not used his sword really at all in this movie. He's only used his blasters, which is very disappointing. Like, I'd prefer to see more sword action. Well, you gotta give credit to the budget stormtroopers. They're coming in serious waves right now. How much longer? Yep. How do you know you created the device? 2 units with what? A master soundmaker. What is he talking about with master soundmaker? Well, they either gotta get those coordinates right, or they're gonna have to retreat here, because this particular area, they're not gonna be able to survive much. Oh, he's gonna throw a grenade? In the shop? Is that wise? Well, that just happened, right? Okay, this... a lot of explosions, a lot of pyrotechnics. Well, no, this budget music store is done. I hope Charlie has some insurance, because goddamn he's going to need it at this point, because he's not going to be able to fix the store after this battle. A lot of explosions. A lot of lasers, too. Oh, man-at-arms, you better hurry up. You better get saved here, right? This point. Uh-oh. What's going on? A lot of beam battles. Go man-at-arms. He's got, like, a rifle. I didn't notice that. You know, first time we really see man-at-arms actually truly in action. That's not their buddies. How do you explain it to him? You gotta give the gun? Guard the key? He's not gonna be able to square up with the cop. I don't know if that's a good idea. They're gonna go outside and fight to save the day. Tila? Tila, no. If I remember correctly, isn't Tila technically ends up becoming She-Ra in the universe of He-Man? Becomes She-Ra, right? Or no? The idea was scrapped and she became her twin sister instead. Okay. That's what it was. I couldn't remember for the life of me that she would one day become She-Ra, right? Did Tila become the sorceress? Was that it that I think it was? Assume the role sorceress when her mother was banished, but... yeah, that's what it is. Okay. She eventually became the sorceress. She doesn't become She-Ra. But She-Ra was like her twin sister, if I'm not mistaken. It's been years. I don't remember He-Man lore. Okay. He's just gonna arrest all of them? Yes. Mean cop. 850 years. Why is he calling him Shorty? Corrigan's gonna go to jail. Is his name actually Kevin Corrigan? That's a weird name to have. Oh no! What's she saying? Her mom? Oh no, that's not good. Why is it her mom look like Meg Forster? Shouldn't that be like obviously a red flag right there? Right? Oh, yeah, I knew Kevin wasn't gonna be able to hold the gun for much longer. But you don't really want to hurt the cop. And she's not gonna help the boyfriend? Boy, you're seeing the mom. Oh man, that's not good. He better get something started quickly here. Come on, Gildor, do something to help. Poor Kevin's gonna get overpowered and then the cop's gonna use the gun on them and take them probably down to the precinct. Uh-oh. That can't be your mom, Courtney Cox. Julie, that is not your mom. This is a very good shot, very good close-up. Uh-oh. Yeah, the plane crashed. That's not good. Why would they have to disappear? That makes no sense. Oh no. This is too good to believe, too good to be true. Why are you this gullible, Julie? If you don't believe it, why does it make sense then? Okay. No, you can't do that. No. You can't go grab the key. Don't do that. Don't do that. Charlie's not gonna help. Charlie actually being brave for a second? They're gonna power the cop? They're gonna overpower him, perhaps? I don't think so. Uh-oh. Gunshot. Who fired the gun? Hey! Gwildor! Yeah, Gwildor is tired of their shit. Good job, Gwildor. Yeah, where's Julie? You just noticed that? No. Crazy girl eyes. Crazy girl eyes. No. No, no. No. You can't steal that. Oh, God, she had the crazy eyes. Whenever a girl gives the crazy eyes like that, you gotta be very careful because they're about to do something super dramatic. How was she able to lock the door like that? Oh, because this lady. Oh, boy. You are so dumb, lady. See? Evelyn is a sorceress. Yep, no. Well, you're the dumbass that gave her the key. Yes, you dumbass. You gave her the key. Why did you give her the key? Because you were gullible enough to believe that your mom came back from the dead. Why would your mom know anything about, like, the cosmic key anyway? Does that make sense? Like, how dumb are you, Julie? Gosh darn, man. Julie's just made one bad decision after another. She wanted to leave her boyfriend and leave town because her parents died. Now she gives away the cosmic key. Come on, Julie. You had one job to keep the key safe in the right hands of the hand of the attorney heads. Instead, you gave it to Skeletor. Some minions. Gosh darn it. Damn it, Julie. You had one job. I'm so mad at Julie right now. Come on. How did you do that, Julie? The woman took the key because you gave her the key. She didn't conveniently get the key. Jesus Christ. At least the movie has decent pacing right now. We're at the 40-minute mark, so we're getting close to a conclusion of the film. Oh, look at those buttons. He's got, like, peace and love on it. Okay, I guess he's kind of an 80s hippie, if those existed. Yeah, I hope you got insurance, bro. Yeah. I hope you got insurance. Invasion. Now we finally figure out that they're aliens. He's gonna give him a shotgun? Stay right there, okay. Well, where's he gonna go? Do you think the insurance would cover something like that? Oh, he's gonna square up with the soldiers? And they're fired laser beams. Oh, the car blew up. Should he be dead? Should he be dead after that? Because you hide behind a car, the car explodes. The embers and the fire should do something to you. He's perfectly fine. That's movie logic for you. You are definitely gonna need some backup, bro. Definitely. You just thinking that? Alright. Evelyn in her Spirit Halloween costume, because, man, that costume don't look good. They couldn't afford to at least make Evelyn's costume not look like it's just plastic, and that stuff actually looks metal. Like, come on, you only have one job, costume designer. And she's activating the key. This is not good. What are you gonna do at this point? Oh no. She's activating the gate. He-Man's one chance to be able to get out of here is going away now at this point. Yeah, someone is opening the door. Uh-oh. Who's gonna come through? Are they gonna jump into that area? Is that a good idea to just jump into a random portal? Remember what happens the last time you jumped into a random portal? Or are they just gonna move to the side? They move to the side. Okay, smart decision. Oh no. Look at that. Who could that be? That's actually a pretty cool shot, where it's down because it shows the person in position of power. I don't know if I like this particular cut, though, here. I feel like it was a cooler shot to just stay static with the stormtrooper. Okay, they're flying up. They need to show them in this angle. They're kind of flying on this. That looked like the hoverboards from Back to the Future. They ripped off everything, didn't they? Uh-oh, look who's there. Skeletor is finally on planet Earth now. And he's overseeing his new domain, perhaps. And maybe he wants to roll over this planet instead. That's actually a really cool shot, I can't lie. But they gave it away. If you look carefully in that shot and you rewind a little bit, you'll notice that we saw the actual movie studio light in there hidden behind the tree. Way too much of it. So that was a kind of new area. It wasn't supposed to be like that. They really screwed up there on that particular shot. You would figure they would have done more than one take there not to, you know, be able to hide that. But I guess there was a one and done shot there with the budget. The reason they were showing him from lower is just to show that he's a very powerful and menacing threat. Yeah, Skeletor wants a reporter, of course. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna speak telepathically to him, or is she just gonna... She has the key. Yeah, they are fools, I suppose. He-Man, that's all he cares about right now. It's like if Skeletor's in love with He-Man. That'll be all. He's not interested in anything else besides He-Man. Skeletor's gonna use all his might now to collect He-Man, apparently. So we're gonna get a couple more action sequences, I suppose. That's actually a pretty decent shot of He-Man running into the alleyway, and then they're panning out a little bit. That shot, not so much. Well, you better take the hoverboard guys out, right? Now they definitely look like they're part of Battlestar Galactica. Okay, ooh, he exploded. How do you explode from a laser beam? That's all I know. He didn't even hit the hoverboard. He hit the actual guy on the hoverboard. They just randomly exploded. How's that work? I'm a little confused. Okay, here we go with the moving and following the character shot again. How did... He-Man just opened that door like it was nothing. Well, at least you're truly showing He-Man's strength. But my biggest complaint with this movie is we just don't see enough sword action from He-Man. And He-Man usually in the cartoons always would use the sword mostly. From what I recall, I'm not super familiar with the He-Man cartoon. Just remember, it wasn't my time period, per se. Okay. What are we gonna do? He-Man's just trying to take him out from the window? Okay, that's fine. Why does that guy not blow up, but the other guy got shot and exploded? Can we have a little bit of consistency in the movie? Well, He-Man's on the hoverboard, okay. Get ready for a flying He-Man. The other thing, too, is for a He-Man movie, we really don't have that many shots of He-Man. Or any really, like, solo He-Man scenes, per se. He's always with some other person or character in the movie, which kind of bars me a little bit. Okay, meanwhile, these guys walking down the street. He-Man gonna try to square up with them? Uh-oh. Well, He-Man coming to save the day. Finally, a solo He-Man shot. Where he's actually just showing He-Man is stronger than even his companion. That's kind of smart. He's doing a little bit of reconnaissance. Take out Evil Lynn while you're at it. Oh, you got the key back! Good job! What are you gonna do now, Evil Lynn? Haha, loser. He must not use that key, so you're gonna have to go after him again. Skeletor's not gonna be happy when he finds out that they had the key and they lost the key. Especially, look at him, just slowly coming into the shot there. Is He-Man gonna go to Skeletor? That'd be funny. Could end the movie. All we have to do is have a He-Man Skeletor fight right now, right? On the streets of whatever land this is. Oh, he got shot in the arm. He has no air weapon now. Is He-Man actually gonna have to use his sword for a change? Like the giant, big-ass sword that you have on your back? The other thing that bursts me too about this movie is, like, in the cartoon, He-Man had split personality, right? So, he had his form where he was just Adam of Eternia, and then he would transform into He-Man by saying, I have the power. His entire movie, there's no Adam of Eternia. It's just He-Man. I think that's something that kind of bars me about this film, because it's like, it's just He-Man, right? I know it's a film adaptation, but it would be nice to have seen some consistency. Skeletor was smart. He had a game plan. It was like, just lead He-Man to me, and then I'll do with He-Man myself. Right. Here we go. Her walking a shot again. Camera following her a little bit down. I still don't like the headspace that they're giving him. There's just way too much headspace on top. But, and for this particular shot, it does have a purpose. Look at that. 2 numbers. Oh, boy. I think you're in a bigger problem right now. Oh, boy. It's Skeletor. Skeletor is awfully smart. He has a shield. Smart. He knew somebody was going to try to attack him. Better lay down your weapons. Beloved ruler. That's funny. Well, Skeletor's got to ham it up for the camera, right? Big and menacing. True Skeletor villain. Drop the weapons. Yeah, you can't square up against a guy who has a shield. Is Skeletor actually going to win for a change in the movie? That'd be funny. Uh-oh. Gwildor's gonna get punished by Skeletor, I suppose. Oh, he was trying to give him an offer. We never got to see Snake Mountain in this movie. That's very disappointing. You expect him because you laid a trap. That's right. Oh, look at all these soldiers, and they're not gonna be able to do anything. They're in prison. Well, that blows. What is He-Man gonna do? He's gonna have to lay down his arms. He's not gonna be able to fight all these soldiers at this point. Skeletor had actually a smart plan. He didn't need any of the mercenaries or anything to really be able to carry out this mission, this plan. You know what they say? If you want something right, you gotta do it yourself. So Skeletor took action. But Skeletor's dynamic. Nope, He-Man lured into this. Oh, we know He-Man's apparently is all brain and not brawn. Or all brawn, not brain, excuse me. That's how the expression goes. Oh no! She saved herself for He-Man. Oh no. Well, He-Man fell. You trying to grab the cosmic key. This is the worst time to try to grab it. Oh, she's hit. Terribly hurt. That's not going to be good for her. Uh-oh. He-Man, why do you... He-Man still trying to use brawn instead of brain here. He believes he could overpower all these people? Hello? Finally, he pulls out the sword. I was waiting for He-Man to actually do some He-Man-like things in this movie. Are they going to try to fight everybody off? Well, you still got to deal with Skeletor then, too. I was waiting forever for him to pull out the sword, because it's like, you freaking He-Man, come on. Oh, He-Man gonna get overpowered at this point. Skeletor having a riot, though. He's still fighting back. Okay. That's why it's a Skeletor. He's better, like, stop trying to man up. I got you surrounded. I got the men. I got the brain power. What's the choice? Or... So he wants He-Man to be a slave. Well, remember, at the beginning of the movie, he said he don't want to kill He-Man, because if he did, that would turn He-Man into a martyr for Eternia, and people would rile up to kind of go against Skeletor, right? So he would rather have him as a slave. He dropped the sword? No. God damn it, He-Man. But he doesn't really have a choice. That's a good point. This is our fight. You notice, now that I think about it, they have He-Man not saying a whole bunch of lines in the movie. I guess because they were maybe concerned about Dolph Lundgren's acting. I don't think it was really that bad. But I guess because obviously... Good journey. Obviously because they were probably afraid of him. Not so much his acting, but because obviously he has an accent. And he's not like a great super actor. They wanted to give him very easy lines in the movie. But because of that, we don't get a lot of talking He-Man scenes, which does hurt the film. Like, Skeletor has to carry a lot of the film. Let the bride, he doesn't even want them to die. He wants to just do a mental battle. Skeletor is a lot smarter than what you would think in this movie, in certain scenes, right? Like, he had a very methodical plan. He's like, no, I don't want to kill my enemies. I want them to suffer. I want them to feel mental anguish, knowing that they've actually lost and there's nothing that they can do about it, right? So that's very Skeletor-like, I suppose. The tomes are erased from the key, so they can't get back to Eternia. Oh boy, how are you gonna get back? You have to remember the song that it played, I guess, at the beginning of the film? Or the tones? Poor He-Man. Well, you know, there was another way to actually handle this would have been to jump through the portal as Skeletor is going through it. I mean, as long as you didn't see the men, but cover her with that. What happened to her exactly? She's burning up. She's getting sick. Is she infected? Please pardon the noise in the background. I live in a noisy city. From time to time you'll hear emergency services. I've mentioned this before in stream. Cop is coming to square up with them. Cop will probably come in and arrest them all at this point, I suppose. Now the cop doesn't believe them. We have 28 minutes, so we're gonna get close to the climax of this film at this point. It's a matter of time. No, nobody's gonna believe him now, and the cop is probably gonna be very ridiculed at this point. Oh. Look, poor her, she's sick. Oh, what is that? Her skin is burning. Clearly, she's infected. Is she gonna die from that? There's no way she's gonna survive. Ooh, look at that, it's gnarly. That's not something you can help. She's gonna die. She got poisoned! Only her sorcerers. That's so bad. She's gonna die. All because... Well, because of... Find a way to get her back. But even then, the sorcerer's not gonna be able to heal her. Sorcerer's energy is being drained. Remember the beginning of the movie? Well, he don't know that, but we know that. Is there in our way? Gwildor, you need to know the keys. Poor Gwildor. He's trying to explain that device to him. Why couldn't it be called something besides the dimension? Like, I don't get it. Galactic key. If it's a dimension, it should be in the dimensional key. Hmm. So they could go to a different universe and not the one that'll take them back. The tones. The melodies. Yeah. Hmm. Finally, Kevin's gonna be useful because he's a musician. Convenient plot point again, right? He's got to get rid of that music. Well, that's easy. Let's go, Tila. Tila did it. Perfect. He's gonna try to remember the two. He's trying to remember the song. He needs a musical device to play it, maybe? Or he's gonna whistle it out. Yep, that's the musical sound. He whistled it, he remembered it. Yeah, I'm kind of like that actually in real life too. Like if I listen to a song or just like a beat, I'll be able to remember it beat by beat, song by song, lyric by lyric. A lot of them not in English. A lot of them in Japanese, believe it or not. Ah, he believes in fate. I don't know if I believe in fate so much, but perhaps I don't know. Jury's out on that one right now. You gotta do it for Courtney. Do it for Julie. No, you have to save your girlfriend. Oh yeah, the high school bid. Man, he's Marty McFly kind of in a way too. Only one. Let's give you a motivational speech. Only one to anybody, that's true. That's actually probably the best line in the movie. Yeah. You better do it. Yep. Man-at-Arms actor was pretty spot on, too. He knows the tones. If he knows the tones and we can figure out a way to play it, yes. It's possible, right? Or possibly anything's possible if you put your mind to it. Alright, good. What exactly do you need? A Basodic Tesseract, what is that? How do they conveniently have all that stuff? You need a keyboard. From Charlie's, but Charlie's store is broken, right? Everything's damaged. How's there gonna be a keyboard in there? He's gonna run into the cop again. That would be the worst time for him to run into the cop. Meanwhile, back at Castle Grayskull. Uh-oh. Look at this. The poor sorceress. Who's that random dude that we just saw, too? A random dude out of nowhere. Well, He-Man's in bondage, kind of. Oh, boy. Well, we got a wide shot. This is an appropriate wide shot because you have to see Skeletor standing upon the throne. And because the camera's at a lower position, it's supposed to show you that he's in a position of power in this particular scene. Uh-oh. The Moonrise is almost... Oh, she's going to lose all her power at this point. That's not going to be good. I do kind of like the shot, although it should be a little closer to Skeletor. Not you! Look at his pointing. I mean, Frank Langella, man, he did such a good job with Skeletor. Not this, no. Like, he was born to play Skeletor. It's just a shame the movie itself wasn't very good. It's my destiny. It's my right. Look at that. They're just... Get ready, because we could technically play a drinking game right now. Because at this point, anytime Skeletor has a big monologue at the last 23 minutes in the scene, in this movie, take a shot. Because he's going to have a lot of inner monologues, so to speak. Or outer monologues, I guess. And what's the response? This is a He-Man sword. The Sword of Grayskull, no. Poor He-Man. Do you got the power now, Skeletor? Do you got the power? You know, we never got explanation about the Sword of Grayskull ever in the movie. Despite the fact that that's what's the source of He-Man's power. Poor He-Man. What's gonna happen to him? What's gonna happen? Well, he's in chains now? Those are supposed to be, like, bondage for him? Notice how the sorceress, she's getting old and decrepit, which is kind of showing that her power's being drained, right? That's kind of a cool special effect. They actually did something smart. I don't understand how her special effects, her makeup effects, they could spend that much money on her, but then you can't spend money on anybody's costume outside of Skeletor. Oh boy. He wants Skeletor to kneel, not Skeletor, He-Man to kneel, right? He's never gonna kneel. Oh, he wants him to kneel. I have a feeling Skeletor has some latent, like... Maybe he's kind of secretly in love with him. Because he just wants to, like, overpower He-Man. He put him in bondage. Who knows? Maybe Skeletor was feeling He-Man like that. Uh-oh. Look at that. He's got some type of electric whip. Or laser whip. Oh! Gave him 1 lashing. 2 lashings. Oh. 3 lashings. Oh. Evil Lynn's into it. You saw she's giving some eyebrow raises. Man, Skeletor's gang is into some really kinky stuff. Kinky stuff. Convenient plot point again. There's Kevin. He's gonna follow him. The cops are gonna go after him. He'll never get to where he needs to go to save his girlfriend, if that's the case. Oh, he got the keyboard already. Okay. Why couldn't we get a scene of him going in and finding a keyboard, though? Why did we not... We literally missed a whole scene that would have helped transition to the scene so much better. Instead... Oh, I got it. That scene didn't work for me, man. This shot is too wide, too. Okay, they cut away from it. Good. Yeah, you have to play the keyboard. Uh-oh. He's not gonna know how to play a keyboard, man. Okay, so how is he gonna be able to play it? How is she? Yeah, okay, she's in pain. The poison. You know what would have been good for a special effect for her? She should have been getting pale in the face. Like, whitish face. A lot of sweating. That would have projected that she was actually poisoned more so. Alright. So, Harry's again. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. I haven't been sleeping for a couple days very well. But that's not important. But that's why... Oh, she's up. He'll never leave you. Now she's realizing that she was going to leave the boyfriend. The boyfriend was always going to be by her side. You always got to get yourself a guy that's willing to be by your side, no matter what, even when things get tough. You know? Just like a girlfriend that would be there for you all the time, too. Not always physically, not always because, you know, people always have schedules busy, but just kind of to show it and say it. Not so much always have to be physically around, right? Because people are busy, we all live lives, right? We all do our things. But stuff like that, you know, is important. You know, crown, weak. Well, you're draining her of her power, so obviously that's gonna happen. Are you ready to kneel now? Look how angry he's getting. He's getting frustrated. He did a really good job with the acting. Notice his facial reactions, his eye. He's happy. He knows that this moment is coming. Do you hear? What do you hear? What do you hear? Ah, man, the only problem with Skeletor's costume is when you zoom in here, look at the nose, you can actually see that he doesn't actually have a breathing hole for the skeleton thing. Aw, man, that shot doesn't do justice. Just because of the nose part, man. Could you at least have given him, like, actual holes in the nose and not made it look like it was a complete mask? That's the one shot where it doesn't do Skeletor justice. Look at the police badge on the arm. It's not even a real police badge and it's coming off. How could we... You can't afford to get good police costumes in this movie? Come on, it's a canon. But we can afford for the special effects of this. How? Why? That's actually a cool special effect. It's a hologram. Freaking Skeletor was a VTuber before before VTubers were big. Uh-oh. Again, a low camera angle to show that he's in a position of power. He's menacing. He's a threat right now. Now, ooh, look at this. Remember when I told you take a shot every time Skeletor has some type of outer monologue? Well, take a shot there. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens now. Uh-oh. Look at that. That's actually a pretty good shot. This guy did absolutely nothing in the movie. Uh-oh. What's happening? You see some light just circling in through him. Uh-oh. Look at that. He's getting stronger, it looks like. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Another outer monologue. Look at that. He's a part of the cosmos. Flows through it. Look at his hand motions, man. He's really feeling it. I mean, it's an interesting scene. But this monologue goes on for way too long. Watch, man. They are nothing to me. I remember this speech. Power! Pure! Unbreakable power! Yes, I am familiar with this movie. It's like the best scene in the movie. As Neil before I ask, as bad of a movie as it is. Fool. Right. Equal! I am your... I'm more than my... I am... God! Yes, I know the lines of this movie, some of them. It is not a good movie, but... He had 3 different monologues in that scene. It just outer monologues I'm talking. Uh-oh. Look at that. Skeletor is now Golden Boy. They wanted to show you who's royalty. Neil! Look at that. Now he got extra powers, too. He's definitely wants him to kneel. And He-Man refuses to bow to him. Okay, so now I gotta get the coordinates, right? Uh-oh. Okay, they have enough power to do it. This is probably only gonna be a destination home, only one way, maybe. One-way trip, uh-oh. Okay, he got it. Somehow he figured out the musical notes. Very good. They gotta take the cops gotta interrupt, too. Shoot him. Shoot him, they don't have time. Yeah, he really doesn't, but he's a cop. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's just trying to do his job. Uh-oh. It looks like the cosmic key is opening. They're gonna go. It looks like they're going into the next area. The next world. Uh-oh. Where are who? Oh, he's trying to mess with him mentally. Notice his I don't know what you call that crown. It's like a really large thing, but it's made out of bat. Like, you see the bat wings on the back. It's kind of cool. It's funny how they're able to spend money on his costume, even though it's still kind of cheap plastic, but it looks more metallic than freaking Evil Wynn's costume. That's for sure. It's like they spent all the money on Skeletor, nothing on anybody else. Uh-oh. They made it in! They better save He-Man. They better hurry up. Look at He-Man with all those lashes here. Oh, only half the building and half the convertible came out. Yeah, you better do something, cop. You gotta square up with an army now. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's only Man-at-Arms, Tila, the cop, and Gwildor if he decides to do anything against. And where's Courtney Cox now? And her boyfriend, they better take it. They promised not to... He lied. Uh-oh. The deal's over. Oh, no. He shot his... Why would you do that, Skeletor? Well, He-Man's free. Convenient plot device there. Oh, man. Poor him. He's getting... The freaking budget. Stormtroopers getting shocked by freaking Skeletor. All you need to know is start shooting. Oh, Kevin's gonna square up. He has a gun. Good. Get down or shoot. Whatever you're gonna do. Oh, he's angry. He's an angry cop. He's gonna start squaring up with the... Will bullets actually work against him? Oh, man. Man, he's squaring up. Wow, good job, him. Well, finally, the cop actually did something useful in this movie. Tila firing at Skeletor. He-Man trying to power his way through a couple of guards. Don't kill him, I want him alive. Well, these soldiers gotta fight for their lives, Skeletor. Like, I have a really... Are they gonna take out every Skeletor, man? What is Beast Woman doing? Or Beastman looks like he's ready to go away, too, right? Oh, man. Look at this. Oh, electricity. Okay, he blocked that shot. Okay. The mercenary, he knocked him out. How is he taking out the mercenary with just chains? He-Man is literally knocking everybody out just with the chains that he was shackled with. That's funny. Okay. Good job. I mean, at least this is action-packed end to the movie, right? Okay. Oh. He-Man's got a weapon now. He's got a gun. Okay, good. Where do you get that big laser rifle from? The guards? Yes, that's right. Okay. Well, He-Man's gonna take... At least the camera angles are a little bit better in this particular shot. That's a nice shot right there. Look at that eye for me. He's laughing. Oh, boy. Skeletor's still with the lightning. Okay, cool. I will admit, like, at least for the climax of this film, the special effects kind of ramped it up. Particularly, I really like the lightning that Skeletor is able to fire from his hand. His costume's okay. It's not super, super bad, but it's not super bad. Is he literally just going to lift up a statue? You would figure with the sword far away from him, he doesn't have the power to do stuff like that, alright? We knock down those two guards. Battle stations. Is she going to order them to retreat? Oh, boy. Is she going to... They're retreating. Evil Lynn knew that Skeletor was not going to win. She betrayed Skeletor. That's crazy, right? She knew that Skeletor wasn't going to win. She abandoned them. Well, the sword. Uh-oh. He better grab that sword. He's going to need that. He's getting electrocuted. How's he not dead from that? Uh-oh. Get ready for the classic line, everybody. Let's see. He's got to say it. Have the power. This gives He-Man more strength, I think, when he gets the sword, right? Okay. Okay. Here we go. Saturday morning cartoon fight right now. Always between us. He's gonna smash him out of existence. Oh, man. They're really going banter back and forth. That is a cool line. Let this be our final battle. Okay, they're clashing with each other. Who's gonna win, good versus evil? I will say, though, the actual swordplay in the scene is gonna be pretty terrible in slow motion. I also never understood why they have to go into these weird close-ups of, like, him swinging the sword around, but he's not actually fighting. There's gonna be a lot of cutaways. Like, for a sword battle for an end of a film, well, just keep watching, guys. You'll good. Also, you see the light in the background that gives away the fact that it's a film light, so why would you have that in a camera shot? It just doesn't make sense to give away the actual film lights in certain scenes here. Like, we don't need to see the light in the background. That was just poor idea there. Uh-oh. He broke it. In that slow-motion battle that we just had, he was able to break the staff, and somehow Skeletor's powers diminished. So, we had this big, epic conclusion where they hyped up the Skeletor He-Man fight after the whole movie, and we only got literally like a 2.5-minute fight between them. Uh-oh, Skeletor's playing out a blade. Very careful. Uh-oh. Like, I thought the fight would go on a little bit longer, right? You gotta think. Okay, he got the sword. Uh-oh, Skeletor's chasing after him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, more fighting. And Skeletor blocks a hit and then gets thrown down there like that. Like, honestly, I really thought we were going to get a much longer battle between He-Man and Skeletor. I always, like, as a kid, when I've seen this movie a couple times, like, I really liked the fight, but now looking back at it, it could have used more. We could have had a 10-minute battle. Because we had a lot of talking scenes and a lot of build-up to this epic fight between He-Man and Skeletor, and then it just 2 minutes, really. Maybe 3 at best if you go back in time in it. Well, He-Man won the day, but will the Sorceress get her power back? Is it coming back naturally from it? Another thing is He-Man doesn't... Yeah, victory. He-Man doesn't really say anything. It's like they had no faith in Dolph Lundgren's acting. So you met Babes? Okay. So he's gonna be part of the Resistance now? He got a girl already? Man. He looks fun. Well, I guess he should retire, right? Plus, the cops are never gonna believe him. They'll probably take his badge if he goes away. I'm assuming Courtney Cox's character, Julie, got healed off the screen, because God forbid we actually showed her get healed on screen, right? Because it wasn't in the budget. Oh, so Eternia will always be with them in that So it's goodbye now. Yep, it really is. You can't stay an attorney, huh? Well, I mean, I suppose they could have. Don't say goodbye. Remember, they say, what is it? Good journey, right? That's what they say. A good shot there. We really get to see Julie's emotions in that. Nice foreshot. Every destination's a doorway to enter. That's a good line, too. Man-at-Arms was kind of a cool character. I wish their costumes were better, though, man. Like, the costumes really take you out of the immersion sense. Gwildor, thankfully, was not one of the most annoying side characters, comic relief type of characters that you would expect. Is it me or He-Man's armor got a little bit shiny now? We could have used a bit of that shininess in, like, previous scenes, I suppose. Oh, he could take him back in time. Center Chrome. Yeah, I think he's gonna do something. I have a feeling he's gonna do something, perhaps. Notice that look in his eye? Well, they're gonna go back home. And there goes the theme song again, playing in the background. Good journeys. Goodbye. Well, Gwildor was a pretty likable character for the most part. Why does he have golden ribbons? I just noticed that. I guess because he gets rewarded for what he did. They didn't say bye to the cop, really. He even could have said bye to the cop. Good journeys there, too, even though we knew he was staying. Oh, look at the Man-at-Arms. Gwildor, wait, send us back to... She changed her mind. She wanted to go back into the past. I guess it's too late now. What does it say? This life is a test. You see that sign in the background? That's actually, yeah, life, I suppose, is a test. Quite a test, right? Every different day, every waking hour, I suppose you could say. But she's holding on to a picture. She wanted to go back to in time, I suppose. Wait a minute. Does she know something? Does she know something? It seems like she knows something. Why is she running down the stairs? Her bags are packed, right? Wait. Oh, it's her dad and her mom. So, despite the fact she said no, Gwildor did send them back in time to be able to prevent the mom and dad's death. Going away for the day. You change your mind. Yeah, let's go to the beach. Don't go to the beach with them. No, you don't need to stay home and study. Don't get on the plane, you have a bad feeling, right? Go say that, say it. Yeah, don't. He is an excellent pilot, you know. What's she gonna do? She stole the keys? Uh-oh. She's gonna get grounded for this. She's running away with the keys. What? How are you gonna run around in the neighborhood with a nightgown? Uh-oh. And Kevin. Well, she gets to relive the life that she lost, right? Her parents are alive. She doesn't have to leave the boyfriend. Yeah. And they'll never know, right? They basically went back a year in time. No? They get to have their relationship not ruined, and she gets to keep her parents. Do you think Kevin and Julie actually ended up together? Oh, they got the little thing from Grayskull, right? So now they know that it wasn't a dream and that it actually happened. And we're getting a close-in focus of Castle Grayskull. Probably should have been Skeletor's lair when you think about it. And yes, He-Man has to say, I have the power, screaming the catchphrase of He-Man. And that is Masters of the Universe. It's not worse than Howard the Duck. It is still action-packed. I mean, if you're like 5 years old, I suppose you'd really enjoy this. Dolph Lundgren doesn't really say much in the movie, which I guess is a good idea. Frank Langella definitely steals the show with his Skeletor lines, Meg Froster. Obviously, Courtney Cox does a pretty good job as an actress. It makes sense why she would then go on to play character friends. Oh, by the way, guys, do not close out the movie. There is actually a post-credit scene to this film. Like I went to say earlier in the film, this film was met at the box office with basically critically panned. It was a terrible movie by critic standards. It got panned. Box office receipts were not very good for it. It did flop at the box office, to my recollection. Masters of the Universe was originally supposed to be a sequel they were going to do. But it bombed at the box office, right? So the movie had a budget of $22 million, and it only made $17.3 million, which would be considered a critical and commercial failure. Because it was a critical and commercial failure, the sequel that was originally planned for this film didn't actually get to happen. There was actually a plan for a sequel because, obviously Skeletor's henchmen were still around. They had retreated. Obviously, Castle Grayskull was back in the control of the Eternians, and the executive producers had a plan. Like, there was going to be a big line of stuff happening. Like, there was going to be the 1987 toy line for the film. They were going to hopefully spin this off from the movie, make a trilogy of them. There was a plan originally where they were going to do a revival of the animated cartoon series, and they were banking on this film to be able to do all this stuff. And you know what ended up happening? The movie tanked. Why did the movie tank? Because audiences didn't go out to see it. People who saw it hated it. I mean, when you look at the costumes in it, it has some really bad that it does break your suspension of disbelief. On top of that, a movie called Master of the Universe where you're expecting a whole bunch of He-Man and sword battle action, and a lot of the movie is just like basically blaster action, where it feels like it's just budget Star Wars, doesn't really help. The movie flows very well, but there's not a whole bunch of plot to it, right? Because they're marketing in this as it was supposed to be like a children's cartoon. They were hoping they were going to have parents taking their children out to watch this movie. Ironically, a movie would have been a little bit too dark for some children. Some children might have gotten afraid of the special effects of the film, too, for this time period. So it's interesting what could it have been. I feel like the movie needed a higher budget. Definitely they needed costume work. He-Man needed more actual lines in the movie, too. And then, like, the other thing, too, is, like, if you've seen He-Man lore, you know of He-Man lore, like, He-Man doesn't always stay He-Man. If anything, when He-Man's sword was taken away from him, the sword of Grayskull, he should have reverted back to Adam Eterna, his regular human form. But we don't know anything about that. And the other thing about the movie, too, that really doesn't do it justice is we don't have any backstory about He-Man and his crew and Skeletor. We had the, like, narration of it, but we never really get to truly know, if you not familiar with the cartoon series and the comic books and everything, actually anything about their characters and their fight and how long the battle's been going on. Only in the narration opening sequence. Like, we don't even have any backstory of He-Man actually being Adam Eterna. It's completely devoid in this film, which definitely upsets me quite a bit. Just because there's a lot of stuff that could have fleshed upon, and there were other scenes that dragged on that didn't necessarily have to be in the film for that, right? But that was Masters of the Universe. This is the end credit sequence that's coming up. I just want to tie things in with a little bow for you here, just so you know. At the end of this, look in this puddle. There's a puddle here. There's goo there. Skeletor. Skeletor told the audience, "I'll be back." And I think all of us who have seen this movie before have been waiting for Skeletor to come back, and he never did. I think little kids, when they watched that actually liked this movie, were expecting Skeletor to come back in Tough 100. When I saw this movie, actually, as a kid, I kind of did want to see a sequel. Seeing this as an adult, it's bad. Yes, it's a bad movie, but I still like it. I still think it's pretty cool and action-packed. It's not a good movie. It's like so bad it's fun type of action for me. What did you guys think of the film? Like, everybody from this film is super old now that I kind of think of it. I don't know if even Frank Langella is in it. Like, it's a so bad it's good type of movie. I would have preferred had they not gone to, like, Earth and added the whole Earth plot to it. But because it's a film adaptation and they always try to put things of these type of movies, ground them in reality, they try to add that type of element into the mix, right? But yeah, it was a pretty good movie for... it's not a good movie. It's a bad movie, right? But so bad it's good. As opposed to Howard the Duck, where it's so bad, well, it's bad. So that's pretty much going to do it for today's movie watch-along. I will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, for Cult of the Lamb. We're going to be taking a look at the Unholy Alliance update, which adds not only local co-op to the game, but adds a couple of new... a new facility. There's a couple of new... what are they called again? Cards? Arcana cards, I believe they're called, to the mix, so you have a little bit more modifiers. And it allows you to play as a new character, the goat. Yes, there's a goat character, so now you can switch between the goat or the lamb, or you can have a friend play as the goat, and you can play as the lamb. So we're going to be checking out the update for that particular game. As for next week's movie watch-along, I don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm going to try to figure it out. I think maybe we'll do a short horror film. I'm leaning towards Baby Oopsie, if it's still available on Full Moon's YouTube channel because I want to watch another movie that would be kind of interesting. But I am open to suggestions, so definitely leave it in the comments. With that being said, though, I am going to take my leave. I hope you enjoyed this movie watch-along. I hope you enjoyed Masters of the Universe. There is another Masters of the Universe film coming out. It's not a sequel. It's a reboot. It's kind of been in development hell by Netflix. I don't know if it's actually coming out or not. I heard a rumor probably in 2025, 2026, but that remains to be seen if the movie's actually going to get filmed. So who knows if they can right the wrongs of Masters of the Universe. I don't think they can. I don't feel like He-Man is a film that you can kind of adapt for live action. It just doesn't work. It works in animated form and maybe comic books, but I don't think you can adapt it into a live action film. I don't see how it could work realistically because of how the character is and how the comics and how the cartoon is. But with that being said, guys, I am going to take my leave now. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Friday night. Thank you to all the chatters. Thank you to all the lurkers. If you watch this on video on demand, please leave a sword emoji so I know that you watched all the way to the end. With that being said, though, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. And most importantly, I appreciate you.